You'll notice I like to squeeze it down, and you'll see me do that quite a bit. And I'll squeeze it down. It's kind of like a sponge, you know. It wrings the moisture into all the little nooks and crannies, and then you can leave it sit and then come back, and you'll almost always need to add some more because it'll gradually absorb it over time. Of course, if you get it too wet, it's easy just to squeeze the excess back out again. See my high-tech method here for mixing them together. I just try to take about half the peat and move it over to the verm, and half the verm and move it over to the peat. I have a larger bowl that I usually mix this up in, but it's a stainless steel bowl, and no matter how I've tried to position these bright studio lights, I can't stop the glare. So that's actually the reason I went down and bought these they're wooden salad bowls. They cost me about 40 bucks a piece. But it was the only way I could take a decent video without getting glare. Unfortunately, we can't use them for salad because I use this to mix horse manure and everything else, so they're pretty much dedicated for the mycology hobby. Well, as you can see, we'll continue adding moisture, stirring, adding moisture until we get it to field capacity, which we're going to describe in just a second here. I like to pack it down tight, as you can see, and then walk away and drink a cup of coffee, and then come back and check it again, because packing it down tight will let the moisture sort of equalize, and then we can fluff it back up and check it. And we're looking for field capacity. Every grower describes it a little bit differently, and with experience you'll come up with your own definition of field capacity. But briefly stated, the way I look at it, if you pick up a handful of your material, you don't want any water whatsoever to be dripping out of it just from gravity. If it does, it's too wet. If you squeeze gently, you'll get a couple of drops out, and if you squeeze hard, you'll get an actual small rivulet or stream that'll come out, but only for a few seconds, and then it'll stop. Let's watch.